We're going to play Traveling Song by Rin Weaver. I think it has a really nice message, so if anybody is struggling, I think going and listening to the lyrics of this song is a really good idea. So thank you for having us. For the time the meter maid who lent one lively winking eye, we danced a borrowed jig while hiding from the vine. Oh, what I would spend to lend you mine. Nobody knows where they are going. Oh, how we try to wrap our minds over the edge of all our knowing, be it the bang or the divine. Tip of my iceberg blues are showing. I've never been one for goodbyes, so till I meet you there I'm singing a traveling song to ease the ride. And so you know, everywhere I go, I'll see you on the road. Oh, take it in vain, all the plans and moves that we made. Half a heart is aching to grow. Soulmates aren't just lovers, you know. I know your eyes like the rain. I've been driving all of the way. I'll be laughing all the way, thinking about the days. Oh, nobody knows where they are going. Oh, how we try to wrap our minds over the edge of all our knowing, be it the bang or the divine. Tip of my iceberg blues are showing. I've never been one for goodbye, so till I meet you there I'm singing a traveling song to ease the ride. And so you know, everywhere I go, I'll see you on the road. So farewell to my friend, he who taught me to love like a beast, and the queen that he fed turtle soup. Little boy from Paris, check the states, check the facts. It was magical Max, it was black sheep and mischief and love for his craft. And then he told me that I was Apollo 13. On that very last day he said, shoot for your dreams, little girl, to the stars, while I'm taking you with me. Now this one is ours. Now I know what you'd say on with the show. So on we go. Thank you. I remember when we were talking about doing the open mic today and performing today, On With the Show came up, and the fact that India would love this. So thank you so much. Thank you.
So much, guys. That was Reagan and Alex. Wonderful, thank you very much. Well, welcome everyone. We're here, as you know, to celebrate the life of India. And, excuse me, this is going to be kind of emotional. We do want to keep the spirits bright and all of that. My name is Angley. I'm India's stepfather, and I'm going to be talking just a little bit about India, but not too much, because we've got a lot of people I know want to come up here and talk today, and you're going to learn so much about India from the videos, from the movie we're going to show, and from all the people who loved her, who want to talk about her. just a reminder, we will be bringing people up to talk a little bit later. Try to keep it relatively short, 2 to 3 minutes, because there's a lot of people here. And I want to also just mention two of the people I think who are most important in India's life. And that is my wife and her mother, Christine, who's here at the front, and her husband, Jason. And I know it's kind of customary at an event like this to talk very positively about people. And in this case, I don't even have to try. These are 2 people I love with all my heart. And my respect for them is through the roof. I think so highly of both of them. The most wonderful people, kind, loving, considerate, and I don't think India could have had a better mother or a better husband. And then she has the 3 kids. We've got a wonderful little Wolfie there, who's off in his own little world, and he's playing a video, I think. And the twins, Juniper, hi sweetie, and Henning, who's running around somewhere with his little crash helmet. And I also want to mention that we're here at the Lucky Wolf in Paw Paw, Michigan. And I just want to say that everyone here, from the people at Lucky Wolf to the people in the community, have just been so amazing. It's just an honor to be amongst people like this. We've experienced so much love and kindness since the family moved here. And I feel very, very privileged to be a part of this wonderful, wonderful community. And especially when we're going through something so tragic and so hard. I wanted just, as I say, I don't really need to say very much about India because so many other people will. I just want to tell you one little story. And it's about when I first met India. This is about 10 years ago. Just shortly after I started dating her mother. And it was all around the time that she was getting married to Jason. And their wedding went on for a considerable length of time, different venues, different places. I get confused about what happened where, or even where I first met India, but I do remember it was in a hotel, and it was in a corridor. And I'm walking with Christine, and suddenly India appears, and Christine goes, "Oh, India, this is Ainsley. Ainsley, this is India." And as we reached out to embrace and our eyes met, we both blurted, "I love you." And then she looked so embarrassed. I said, "Look, don't worry, it's just 2 old souls meeting each other again." It was a beautiful moment. And I think the world of India. She was just the most beautiful person. I don't have the words. And I do have to address something here that is kind of it's unpleasant to talk about. That it's really about the reason we're here today without India. On the surface, it would appear that India had a dream life. She had an adoring and wonderful, devoted husband and father to her children. She had 3 adorable children. And if you've met these kids, you'll know they're little sweethearts. She had a beautiful home and a beautiful business that she created here. This place is what it is because of India's incredible creative vision. But sadly and tragically, India had experienced some terrible abuse as a child. And this is stuff that no one knew about until her late teen years, early adulthood, and even now we're just learning more about what happened and how absolutely awful it was. And this resulted in her having a severe eating disorder, and in her late teens, she actually made 3 suicide attempts, serious attempts to take her own life. And if it hadn't been for her amazing mother, she wouldn't have made it as long as she did. Now, these things are stigmatized in our culture. You know, we suppress them, and you know, we don't talk about them. You know, it's, hi, sweetie. And India kept these things hidden from the world. You know, I believe that if she were with us today, she would be very happy that we were finally talking about this. We need to share this stuff. We need to talk. We need to be talking about trauma and not suppressing it, and helping people to talk about these things. And I say, I'm sure if she were here, she would agree. Now, you know, after meeting Jason, India's life completely transformed. It was like a light going on. It was, you know, so I came into her life where it looked like she was through all the worst of whatever she'd been going through. Everything looked great. It was super exciting life. As you know, I'm a huge fan of Jason, as I think everybody in the room is. And becoming a mother, she was such an amazing mother. I actually said to India one time, if I have to reincarnate on this planet again, I want you to be my mom. So, unfortunately, her apparent confidence and ease and that beautiful smile, it masked profound, deep hurt that she carried in this life. And I think things just became so overwhelming. There were triggers, recent events. The family, as most of you will know, went through some dark times earlier this year with little Henning, who developed bacterial meningitis and other ailments and came this close to passing. I think all of this deeply affected India's emotional state. Now, as I say, I'll talk a little bit more about India. I've got a few more things I want to say at the end, but we got some music. We got some people I want to introduce you to, and we're going to have people come up and speak. So I'm sorry to start with that possibly very triggering information about India, but as I say, I think it's very important that we talk about this. So first of all, I'd like to invite, if you're willing, I'd like to have Christine and Jason and kids come and join me up here. Wolfie, do you want to come up? How are you doing, sweetie? Are you okay there, Wolfie?
That's okay.
Okay. All right. So I wonder, do you guys want to say a few words now, or do you want to?
Go ahead. Do you want now or later?
In fact, let me give you a mic. Actually, there should have been a mic. We can use this one. There was a handheld one.
Okay. Hi, I'm India's mama, Christine. And I just want to say a few sweet, fun memories about India because, you know, we talked a lot about what we wanted to share, and we really felt it was important. And Ainsley already said everything that needed to be said. But I do want to share that from the time that she was born, you know, there are some people, everybody has a light. There are some people whose light just shines just a little bit brighter. And that was India. From the time that she was born, everywhere I took her, people would just be like, who is this beautiful baby? And then as she got older, it was like, I remember going to a party once in the backyard. There's a bunch of people, and I was like, well, where's India? And someone pointed her out, and she was over there in the corner of the yard with about 15 kids standing around her, all just going, oh. And she's just doing her thing. You know, she was made to be a mother. She was such a nurturer. And there was this memory that I wanted to share with you. Oh, this is really cute. When she was probably about maybe 7 or 8 years old, and we were spending the night at my mama's house, who she called Omi, and she was. We were laughing that night. We were laughing, and my family loves to laugh. We're real fun-loving people, and she was laughing a lot. Hi, sweetie. And we were having such a good time, and then it was time to go to bed, and she didn't want to go to bed because she was having so much fun. And so we said, well, we'll laugh again in the morning, okay? Okay, that was the only way we'd get her to bed. So she went to bed. The next morning I got up, and my mom and I were chatting and having some tea, and India comes walking in. She's half asleep. She's got her blanket around her, and she came in and said, is it time to laugh again? And that was India, you know? She was such a spark and such a light. So I just wanted to share that sweet, fun memories about her. And you want to say anything?
Sure. Take Jennifer. You want to talk? You want to sing? This is our little budding musician. Can you make this higher? Can you raise it for me? Just a moment. Here, can you take it? So I hate that I don't have this memorized, but I don't think you expect me to with how fast this came together and how unexpected this all was. But I just thank everybody that's here and everybody that made this come together, for everyone that's in the room, everyone that's downstairs, everybody that's around the world watching this. I wrote down some quick notes just because I can't really speak about it yet. There's so much. But I wanted to just say thank you, everybody, for coming to celebrate India. Everybody here in person, online, in spirit. It's just really hard what's happening, and I was wrestling with what to say because there seems to be a lifetime of wonderful things I could say about her. She spoke about making memories, and that's what we wanted to do today, is to celebrate memories, celebrate her memories, and celebrate the future and the future memories of everybody that she inspired. It reminds me of our trips to Berlin. Is just one of many, 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 many examples. The two of us went in 2016 to be a part of our people and our Michelberger family in this beautiful festival that we were a part of. In 2018, we went again for the same festival, and we took Wolf, and everyone said, you're crazy for traveling with a 9-month-old. And we're like, it ain't stopping us. I mean, this is crazy. And Wolf absolutely loved it, and has some lifelong friends all over Europe just because of that. And then in 2022, we went again with Wolf and the twins, and people thought we were crazier. But it was quickly a thing she joked about often. We joked about that traveling and the holidays weren't about relaxing any longer. It was just really about making memories. And we made some really beautiful memories. I know that a lot of you guys have made memories with her too, and hearing and reading and listening and seeing so much that people have been sharing since Sunday is again, it's heartwarming because there's this giant hole that I have, but it's being filled with so much love of everybody that's in this room and everyone that's been saying things about her, and how much she has inspired. I personally saw it constantly. She couldn't accept the fact that she thought she didn't deserve it so often. I'm like, honey, people say these things to you all the time, and they mean it. And sometimes as she was denying it, someone would walk by off the street that's never met her before and say, oh my God, you radiate just such great energy. And she, all the time. there's so much joy and so much wonder and so many things, places, and people that remind me of her and the inspiration that it really does keep me going. And I'm just really glad that everybody came together, because she'll live on in Sebastian Wolf, and Juniper Moon, Henning Rain, and honestly, I think she's going to live on in all of us, everybody that knew her. So just thank you so much for being here. I'm hoping that we can get Wolf back up here soon, because he's got a new favorite song that Cheryl and the Jazz and Blueheads are going to play for him soon, but he's got a little bit of time to finish his distraction. But I just want to thank everyone for being here. It's a day of celebration, and we're really going to just relish in some of the beautiful things, beautiful people, beautiful songs, beautiful memories that people have had with India. And I just wish we had time for everybody. If there is people that can't make it, I think Jack's going to have people email them videos, and we're going to add it to the final production just so everybody can have a chance to talk about her. Yeah, go ahead, Jack.
Keep going straight, 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 okay, keep going straight, and then right into the chair. We're going to go forward.
I'm going to put a Tibetan bowl on the head, you know, to fix it.
I'm going to play you a song that was the start of a journey that brought me to you.
We've got some music coming up for you now. I just happen not to know exactly who. Hi, guys. I'm sorry, does your band have a name?
Yes. In fact, I'll speak to them.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah. Well, I'll let you take the floor here. Yeah.
Hello?
Okay. Yeah. Let me.
There we go. Now
that.
we got her.
Okay. You good?
Hi. Just wanted to let you know that we are Jazz Blues Heads without Cheryl today. She had a very big family gathering on Thanksgiving, and I think it took everything out of her. And she actually got quite ill in the past day and realized that she was not going to be able to perform. Had laryngitis, among other things. And so Jeff and I will play for you. We have done this kind of thing before, and so I think it will go all right. Although we've got some vocal to figure out with
Yeah.
Wolf.
Yeah, and this one song, Wolf came home the other day told me in India that he had a new favorite song, and used to be Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, but he came home, and it's quite fitting that his new favorite song was probably the first song I learned on the piano, and it's When the Saints Go Marching In. And I'm sorry to hear about Cheryl not being here, but that's okay, because this is a song with Wolf and all of you, because I really wanted to reset this mood. And if you guys could all sing at the top of your lungs with Wolf, this is going to be, I just want to get us back up, because we're going to do the first, I don't know the rest of the verses, so I think we just do a verse or two of this one. But yeah, this is just for us, and again, all of you, we would love to hear that. Unless he's putting some lyrics on the thing for y'all. But this is something Wolf's been looking forward to, because we told him that we're having a concert for Mom today. So, want to sing? Test. All right, guys, here's one for Wolf. Do you want to hold one too? You want to hold one? You can get out. Okay. All right, do you want to sing too, Junior?
Hi. Do you want to say hi to everyone?
All right. Whenever you're ready. Okay, this is...
Okay. We need a kid wrangler. Yeah, you guys.
We're going to do one more.
Sounds good.
It's also New Orleans.
Perfect. She loved it there, and that's why we're doing a celebration, because those second lines at every funeral just made her heart sing.
Thank you, guys. That was wonderful. All right, well, at this point, we'd just like to see if anybody wants to step up and say a few words. So don't be shy. Is there anybody who would like to come and share a few thoughts? Yes. And just come around this way and be careful. It's a little dark and there are cables. And you are?
I'm Sonia.
Sonia. Okay. Would you like a handheld mic or?
And mic is a good word, I think. Can everybody hear me? Yes.
My first name is Sonia, and I have too many last names to give you a last name. And this is very, very brief because it's the first paragraph of a 2-paragraph poem written by Helen Steiner Rice. While waiting for thee, don't weep at my grave, for I am not there. I've a date with a butterfly to dance in the air. I'll be singing in the sunshine, wild and free, playing tag with the wind while I'm waiting for thee and all of us.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much, Sonia. Thank you, Mike. Careful there. Okay. Anybody else would like to step up and say a few words? This is Tessa. All right, sweetie. Do you want a handheld mic or a? Okay, good with this?
Hi. This is hard, but it's so beautiful to see all of your smiling, present, authentic faces here. And it's a true testament to the person that India was, and to see this beautiful community that she wove with her life and her essence is just so unsurprising to me, because I knew her heart. I was her best friend. I remain her best friend. And other than my own parents and her mom, she is the person that I have known the longest. We met screaming at turkeys. And we could not be more different. I mean, we are similar in many ways, but India had this magnetism that I believe we share. But as our lives took us into adulthood, we would often find parallels in our life experiences, and we shared everything with each other. And I mean everything. It was a beautiful thing to love so deeply and to have a best friend like her. And I just want to thank you all for celebrating her and remind you, as I know she would want me to love deeply and fully, and to be present and real and authentic with your feelings. And as Ainsley expressed earlier, to really be honest about what your needs are, and to make sure that those around you know how much you love them. Because we do only get one life, and we so frequently feel unworthy. But if India's death has taught us anything, or taught me anything, it's that we don't need to strive for perfection. We really just need to embody the fullness of love. So thank you all, and to Jason, I'm here for you, and I will help you however you need me to. And to Mama Love, I will be your soul daughter till you're old and batty and telling me to fuck off. I love you. And to Melissa, I'm so happy to see you. Melissa is India's older sister, and I just thank you, everybody, and celebrate her, and thank you.
Oh, thank you, Tessa. Just careful. Oh. So, who else would like to say a few words?
I'd like to say.
Okay, that's great. Jackson, come on.
My name is Jackson. You might recognize me from downstairs. I was the first employee here at the Lucky Wolf, and I remember there was a moment It was before we were even an actual business, so I was working as an independent contractor. And we were painting this room downstairs. I'm sure, check it out if you're new here. And there's this mural of these dancing wolves, and it was just India and I. And it was one of the first times that I had even been in the same room with you guys. And I just remember sitting there and just talking and getting to know her and thinking that this is where I want to put my time, with these people, with India. And she went on to create this absolutely beautiful community. And it's just wonderful to see. And meeting India was one of the best things to happen to me in my life because of the person that I have become, because of the things, the influence that she had on me. And I can never thank her enough for that. And I'm not going to ramble for forever, so I'm just going to say thank you, India, for everything. There's not enough ink in the world to write down all I want to say, so I'll just say I love you, India.
Thank you, Jackson. Thank you. All right, and just a reminder, if you come up, just make sure you talk as closely to this mic as you can get. Who else would like to say something? Over here, come on up. The mic is all yours.
So I'm Shay. I'm Tay.
Would you like a mic each?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
We can do that.
Thank you. We also worked at the Lucky Wolf from the beginning. So Shay was part of the theater more, and I was trained by India with all the coffee and the food, and it's nice to see a lot of you all. I know how much you meant to her, so I just wanted to say that I owe so much to her. I owe who I am as a person to her. She helped me grow and be the person that I am through making drinks with her. I know it's hard to imagine, but it wasn't a job with her. You know, I'd see her in the morning and I'd just be like, okay, it's time to work. But really, I just felt like I was hanging out with friends and just making silly little drinks. So I'm just so thankful that I got to spend so much time with her. And I know that this place meant the world to her, and I know they will continue on, and that's what I'm thankful for. So thank you, everyone, for being here.
I remember meeting Jason and India and the babies for the first time. I walked in. It was like August of last year, and they were remodeling, and they were, surrounded by power tools and everything, and then they just had two little kids crawling around and another kid, and I remember thinking, oh, these people are something special. Like seriously, like I felt something I had never felt when I met them. I just felt immediately welcomed and at peace. And every day that I came home after working, just, helping them get ready to open, I was so excited for this place to open. And as it did, and as, we kept growing, I was just so excited. And then we both left for college. And I always, checked Instagram. I wanted to see how everyone was doing. And I kept telling everyone at my college, there's a whole group of people in Arizona who know, I would just say, you have to meet this family in Michigan. They're amazing. They've built this incredible space. yeah, just this whole family has touched my heart in a way that I can't describe, and it's changed both of us fundamentally as people. I remember my mom was on the phone with me, and she was saying that because of you guys, we've become adults, we've found our independence, and we wouldn't be where we are today. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, absolutely, come on up. Just make sure you don't, there, okay. Do you want to take this mic? Are you good with that one? Yep.
Hello. Hi, my name's Kate, and I just felt really, it was important. My gum that I didn't want to have in my mouth. I felt it's really important for me to almost represent the mothers of this community that had the opportunity to witness a mother express and be in her creativity in the way that India did for all of us. And I remember the moment I met India, she brought out something in me that was like inspiration. I felt my creativity come to life inside me in a way that there is no one else that has ever done that. And this is just in a normal conversation with her as our children are running around at our feet. I had the privilege of being a parent at the Montessori school with India and Jason when Wolf was there. I had the privilege to know her in my professional work as well, but most importantly, I got to witness her move through motherhood in a way that was just, in many times there are instances where as a mother you feel like you're not doing enough. And you feel like there are people that are just doing so much better than you. And I will tell you this, India never made me feel that way, even though she was doing so much in the most beautiful way. She made us all, she called us up higher, she called us into our creativity, she called us into our joy. She lit us all, we each all have our own inner flame of creativity, that little inner spark, and she had this capacity to encourage it up, almost like she was just building the fire within us. And I don't really know what or how she did that, and I'm just so forever eternally grateful for that. And just to wrap up, I always felt she was magical, and our family actually spoke of this, about how her and Jason are creating magic in Paw Paw, Michigan. And yes, and we had our daughter's 5th birthday party here, and not very, very recently, and the magic that was on the stage of the glow party with all these children dancing, and if you look up, that balloon right up there is from us. That was my daughter's balloon. And to just give a nod to India's, just her effortless joy. The kids came in, they were with me earlier, and the first thing Rose did was look up and see the balloon. And she said, "That's my balloon, Mommy." So she is just, I have a sense that India's gonna show up for all of us in the most beautiful, lighthearted, and magical ways, and almost just mother us from afar, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm so grateful for you, Jason, for sharing her with us. She will live in all of our hearts and in all of our children's hearts too. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Kate. It's beautiful. Careful. All right. Way okay. Oh, okay, guys.
So I'm John. I'm Jason's brother-in-law. This is my wife, Jason's sister, Kelly. Do you want to say something first? So I'll make it brief. A middle, a later part, and a beginning part. The middle part, probably, I don't know, very shortly after we met in India, Jason asked me to officiate a wedding out in Los Angeles. and we flew in there and met Christine and Ainsley first time, and I barely knew India. I was much sooner than that. How new, like 2 years later, we went out to Ace Hotel and went down, and India served me some coffee, and she didn't recognize me. That's how, she's like, I would have given you the coffee for free. I'm like, it's okay, it's okay. She says, she felt bad about it. That's, that's the second part, the Ace Hotel. Now the beginning part, Jason's mother, who's not here, Mary Lou, her mother, talking about, there were women in Jason's life before India. And she was sharing conversations about Jason, about this girl and this girl and this girl. But he said, and this is from his mother talking to us and saying, no, but I think it's this one. And well, this one, but no, it's this, and he's talking about India. And you weren't privy to this conversation. But he goes, but Jason keeps coming back saying, this is the girl I'm supposed to have. It's this one, Mom. Mom, it's this one. That was from your mom.
India loved being a mom. We went hiking with her in the Smoky Mountains, and she had just found out that she was expecting Wolf, and she was concerned about even how much she could hike because she had this little teeny mound. And India, when I say little, I mean probably this big, because she really didn't have a mound at that point. But she was so excited from the moment she knew she was going to have Wolf. And then fast forward to her moving here with those twins. She was so excited about being a mom. And she was a great mom. She was a great wife. But life was precious to her. And I'm just so sorry that we don't have her in ours.
Okay, so we're actually going to have some music now, and so stand by.
Is it far?
All right, great. Thank you, Madison. All right, whoops. My name is Charlie Mensch, and I've been performing here since not too long after they opened. And I just have a couple of little anecdotes, and then I'm going to play a single song. When I first started here, we had a mix-up, and they booked me for a Sunday, and then they were out of town. And it was no big deal, and I wasn't angry about it. It happens, and they were going through some personal issues anyway. But when they were so apologetic, and they booked me back, and when I went to collect my pay after that time, she paid me. I said, no, you don't have to do that. It was a mistake. But she paid me for the missed show. And I don't know of any other club owner or venue owner that ever would do that, and I was touched by that. The other anecdote that I have is just last week when we did the Chili Pepper songwriting event, I had to bring a couple of little baby cockatiels that needed to be fed. And I had them kind of off to the side. Well, she walked by and I was feeding them, and she just got this enchanted look on her face, and she stopped. And when I was done feeding them, I handed her one of them. And she was her hands just oozed gentleness and sweetness. And her face was so enchanted by holding that little baby bird. And I'll never forget that. And then the next day, of course, they told me she was gone. So I didn't know them as well as many of you did. But after performing here and seeing the number of different kinds of music and the number of different kind of people that came here, it struck me that there was one song that I wrote that would fit this occasion and honor what they've done here and what India had such a part of doing. The song is called Just Another Voice in the Choir. Whoops. They call me a solo singer and a writer of songs, a voice for love and reason, and a righting of wrongs, a lone figure in the spotlight, disconnected so it seems. Here on my bar stool pedestal, living someone else's dreams. Most folks don't understand, I'm just a piece of the entire. No, I don't sing alone now, I'm just another voice in the choir. One raindrop ain't a river, one stone ain't a gravel road. A blade of grass don't make a lawn, one box don't make a load. One snowflake ain't a blizzard, one match a forest fire. In the grand scheme of things, I'm just another voice in the choir. I know I need that network of all my friends and peers. In a vacuum I am nothing, I can sing but no one hears. Embracing what is offered by the richness of the scene. Those of you who listen will know just what I mean. I stand here at the ready to give all that I can, to leave behind a legacy as a wise and decent man. Many folks have reached out to guide me on this quest, help me learn the things that would bring out my best. I'm better than I've ever been, but there's still room to grow. I hope that I can pass the test as one you're glad to know. One raindrop ain't a river, one stone ain't a gravel road. A blade of grass don't make a lawn, one box don't make a load. One snowflake ain't a blizzard, one match a forest fire. In the grand scheme of things, I'm just another voice in the choir. In the grand scheme of things, I'm just another voice in the choir. R.I.P. India.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That was beautiful. All right. So we're just going to continue hearing from anybody who wants to say something. Actually, I want to say something before the next person gets up. And I just want to tell you, the day before India passed, I made a bit of a faux pas. I went to the supermarket and came back with groceries that included a bottle of wine, and like mass-produced wine. India took it out of the bag, looked at it, held it up, went, "What is this?" She said, "We have a beautifully curated shop full of wines, organic, natural, beautiful wines, and you bought this?" So I apologized profusely. I offered to spend the night on the floor with the dogs, sleep in the RV, but she forgave me anyway. But the point is that what India and Jason have created here is a beautiful hub for the community that includes a wine store, coffee shop, and this place. And I just wanted to encourage you, and I'm sure everyone here will, just keep supporting this business. You know, they're still getting off the ground here. Next time you think about going to Starbucks, come here. And for God's sake, next time you think about buying a bottle of wine, this is the place. All right, so who would like to say a word? I think, was there somebody over? Okay. Oh, all right, sweetie. Okay, okay. Do you want this mic, or yeah, this might be easier. All right. Nope, no.
I'm Dakota, and I hate speaking in front of people, so this is very hard for me. I've known India since, I'm going to say 2. India's my oldest friend, and we grew up a couple blocks away from each other, and Chris is my second mom. And I've been just floundering for words because just nothing is coming. And then that makes total sense, because India and I's friendship was not in words. It was in magic. And my earliest memories, and I've just been like sifting through the banks of where was she, where were we? And every memory with her is magic. It's not on this earth, and it was not in this realm. We would go make fairy houses wherever we could and collect all the little moss, and there was not probably 2 kids that could have been more different, and we gravitated to each other always. And where no words are coming, I see India in the details. Every little detail was so important to India, and we would sit and make little bead rings, which is wild that you guys are selling those downstairs. We made that exact little pattern together, and I told this story, but I would get really frustrated and throw the beads, and India would be like, come on, like you just put it on the little thing. You got this. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I just encourage you all to see the magic in every little piece of detail and every little color. That's where India is in my heart, always.
Oh, thank you so much, Dakota. I didn't get the chance to give you a hug earlier, so thank you. Careful going down here. All right, we're going to have a little bit more music right now. What's that? Thank you.
Hello, everybody. That's good. My name is Ken Livingston, and like a lot of us that have played downstairs earlier and going to be up here today, we first started coming to Lucky Whoop, and India was just wonderful to us, giving us a venue, and one of the things that happened between me and India is that I got off stage downstairs one time, and she loved my song, and she made a big point out of telling me how much she liked it. It's kind of a sad song, but I'm gonna play it for you today. Hope I get through it. It was written. Well, it'll speak for itself. And again, this is wonderful, everybody turning out, and thank you for the opportunity to be part of it. We good on this? Well, love is deep water, too hard for crossing, just deep enough to drown all my tears. Well, the mornings, they're hard without you beside me. Sun burns my eyes and sets fire to my fear. There were lovers, there were strangers, there were all-night lone rangers, there were late-night confessions with a bottle or two. I've been drunk, I've been stoned, I've been out on my own. I've woke up beside you. Now I wake up alone. Well, I ain't complaining, but some things they need saying. How the hell could you leave without saying goodbye? Well, here's to your memory, to your ghost that would haunt me. I brushed off that dust, now I'm ready to fly. There were lovers, there were strangers, there were all-night lone rangers, there were late-night confessions with a bottle or two. I've been drunk, I've been stoned, I've been out on my own. I've woke up beside you. Now I wake up alone. And the tears that I've cried left me empty inside. Those feelings I've had, well, they've all up and died. And the love we once shared, man, I thought that you cared. How the hell could you leave without saying goodbye? There were lovers, there were strangers, there were all-night lone rangers, there were late-night confessions with a bottle or two. I've been drunk, I've been stoned, I've been out on my own. I've woke up beside you. Now I wake up alone. I used to wake up beside you. Now I wake up alone. That's a damn sad song, but India made a big point onto telling me how much she liked that song, so I thought I would play that again for her. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. All right. I think you've got a tail. Okay. Would you like to step up and say a few words? I would. Okay. Thank you. Do you want it, this mic or would you prefer? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Well, my name is Sim. I know India through my family and through Jason and through Wolf. I'm one of the Montessori families, and thank you for everyone showing up for such a bright person. That absolutely, I know we are all brighter because of her life, and that we can't deny. That's why it's worth standing in this and not seeing you all. But ultimately, for my daughter Davida, who loves Wolf so much, and through just interactions with this family, and with really who she is that she creates family. Like, I actually don't consider them friends. I consider them family, which is a distinguishing factor, and I think we all know that. And maybe even beyond family, but just human. And there's something like a light, just like a reminder of, in the midst of like a world right now, to connect with someone so bright. It's like, oh, I have faith again through her. Like in the midst of what life could look like if I decide to go down that way. I was like, no, I'm going to look at that picture, and I'm going to light my Hanukkah candles, and I'm going to look at the light, because that's where it's worth looking. So I didn't do a stand-up comedy routine, and I'm not doing one now, but in her honor, I would like to just stand for a moment, being that I'm also a lover of laughter. It's filled my heart and helped me grieve so deeply when my father died, and lots of people close to me have died, even though laughter might seem like it's something we do when something's funny, but this is not a funny moment, so it's hard to laugh sometimes, but it's so worth it when there's someone so bright. It's worth feeling all that there is to feel. So I'd like to just hold a moment. I'd like to hold a moment of just sadness and joy together. And laugh once together as an invitation, even if you don't feel like it. The science says it doesn't matter. And as a Jewish person with lots of suffering, humor is healing. Humor is healing. So just, if you wouldn't mind, just putting a hand on your heart, maybe your belly, no matter what you ate today. Maybe you feel that. And just for a moment, take a breath. Let's exhale together. One more. And just breathe in the light that is India right now. And just let that smile just radiate onto the face for a moment. One more. And this time, with a laugh, connecting with her, just for about 10 seconds. Ah. Oh. And to just hold that. Thank you, India, for reminding us to feel and shine.
So much. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
That's good. All right. Anybody else like to? Yeah. Okay, just careful. It's a little dark there. Okay. Oh, there's a whole mob of them here. Oh,
there's more of them.
There's more. Okay. Do you want to just take turns with that mic, or you? Okay, good.
Hi, my name is Megan, and I am the president of our local Greater Kalamazoo Mothers of Multiples Club. We are a national organization offshoot for our local Southwest Michigan community, and the room is surrounded by moms of multiples. We have a few triplet moms with us. We have most of us are twin moms, and anytime we hear of someone that is expecting multiples, our group just goes absolutely crazy. And when we learned of India and Jason moving here and her expecting Junie and Henning, we were just absolutely delighted and over the moon to get to know them and to get to be in their life in that realm of mothers of multiples. We are just we were so glad to have her as a shining light in our group. She brought us joy. We held events here. We have feasted downstairs. And we just want Jason and the family to know that being a multiples family is a special journey, and we are here for the whole family. And Junie and Henning and Wolf are so special to us, and we hope to continue that moving forward. So thank you all for having us.
I was actually going to come up here when I saw Megan coming, so I figured it would be fitting to come and say at the same time. So when I found out that I was having twins, I'm a person that likes, I'm sure anybody would probably freak out when they find out they're having twins. And I am a person that I plan like everything in my life, and this was something I couldn't plan. So I was just thinking about all the things, like how am I going to do this? What schedules and everything going on. So when I found the mom group, they were having a get-together in the summer, and I said, well, you know what, I'm going to go to this, I'll meet some people, and then maybe I'll be able to put my mind at ease. And they were talking about this mom who had just had babies. I think they were like 7 or 8 months at that time. And they had a toddler too, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is just like me. I have a toddler, and I'm gonna have twins, and maybe I'll be able to talk with her. And when I saw India coming down, she was just so like effortlessly, and like didn't have a care in the world. And I was like, how is she doing this? So when I was talking with her, I was like, she has to have a schedule, she has to have a plan, everything's gotta be planned out. No, she just fly by the seat of her pants. She's like, it just kind of happens. And I couldn't believe that that everything was just so calm for her. And I've been my twins are now almost 1, and I've been talking with her about many things, like, what do you do about this, what do you do about that? And she's just always, it kind of just happens. I mean, everything, you just let things kind of fall into place. So we can all just kind of learn to not be worried about everything and just kind of let life happen the way it's supposed to happen. I think India would have probably wanted that too.
Thank you. And just before the next person comes up, I just wanted to mention that, I was talking about how there would be terrible consequences for anybody who buys coffee anywhere other than here, or a bottle of wine. But I'd like to remind you that these guys also own the hardware store downtown at the sort of 4-way stop. Jason, I can't remember the name of the store. Warner's? Yeah, okay. So anything you need in that hardware area, please, please use their store. Thank you. Is there somebody else who would like to say a few words? All right, if you come, thank you.
I don't say much. I'm the brother-in-law of Jason, and I wanted to sing a song for him. The scriptures tell us that there are three great things in this life. There's faith, there's hope, there's love. It says that the greatest of these is love, and I want to sing a song for Jason and for everyone else who loved India. My phone fell off my lap, so I think it got knocked off of the Bluetooth. So let me try to get it back on. There we go. Guess the Bluetooth isn't going to work.
Oh, my love, my darling, and time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. God speed your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, to the open arms of the sea. Yeah. Lonely riverside, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch. Oh, long, lonely time. Time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. God speed your love to me.
All right. Now, Tools, come on up. Careful of the step there. Yeah, just help yourself, yeah.
Hi, my name's Bobby. I don't really come here that often, but me and my buddy, Nolan, we performed here. This place was our, host for our first show, and I want to give, a huge thanks to Jason and India for giving us that opportunity to be as loud and crazy as we wanted to by playing heavy metal. But I want to say thank you. Thank you so much. I know I don't really know India or you that well, Jason, but thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, here you go.
All right, we'll try and pick it up a little bit, but so first is going to be a story, and Bobby reminds me of it. So one of the amazing things about this place is all the stuff they let you do, right? So I don't know what I'm doing in a lot of ways, and they let me do stand-up comedy here for some reason. They let me do other stuff. And one of the nights, it was a variety show that we did. And for some reason, someone's talent was to serve drinks, like cocktail style. So they were up here juggling drinks and throwing them all over the place. And at the end, the guy was like, oh, well, who wants these drinks that I just made? And me, I thought a good idea would be to give it out to the audience. So I probably took about 2 steps, and India came flying down that row right there. And she's like, no, 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 no. I don't even think she was watching the show. I think she was downstairs. I don't know, she must have just been suspicious of me, probably is what happened. So she's like, we can't do that, get out of there. So just an example of her just always watching stuff. So yeah, this place, India brought there was a hole in my life I didn't know was there, right? So I have a really good life. I have awesome kids and wife, and we have a great family. But when she came here, just the piece of her just added to everything. And I felt more complete as a person because she was here. Her presence was always calming. Everyone who's here knows that. And it's amazing for me to watch this dream grow over time. So we would come here when they first opened, and we'd see people like Charlie or Ken downstairs, and there'd be no one else there. It would just be us sitting listening to them. And to look around here and see all these people here is amazing. This is her dream. This is exactly what she wanted, and she would love every second of this. Of course, she would be downstairs working. She wouldn't see any of it because that's her style. But yeah, so it really does comfort me to see all these people here and know that even though there's a small hole without her here anymore, all of us have a little piece of her with us, and it's amazing to see all of that. And if we can kind of keep all those pieces together, we know she's still here. And so I would encourage you to take that little piece of her that you know is there, and next time you have an interaction with somebody else, just kind of think, what would India do? Like, how would she interact with this person? Maybe you could bring a little bit of that light, a little bit of that radiance into someone else's life, just like she did for so many of us. So just thank you, and thank the whole family. So thank you, guys.
Oh, thank you so much. Yep. Okay, are we having music now? Let me just... Yeah, absolutely, come on. So this is as much a mystery to me as it is to everybody else. I'm not quite sure who we're getting, but I know it's going to be good.
Hi guys. Is this on? Oh, there it is. Hi. My name is Kylie Brown. Joining me is my good friend Doug. We do open mic here at the Lucky Wolf. They're once a month on Sundays, and then the second and fourth Thursday night with Tom McCoy. And I don't really know what to say, but I love India. And I know how much she loved the music that we played and how much she supported us. And I just thank you for letting us be a part of this today. We're going to be, just letting Doug, set up. We're going to be doing Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. Climbed a mountain and I turned around. child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. But time makes you older, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. But time makes you older, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Oh, take my love, take it down. Oh, climb a mountain and you turn around. If you see my affliction in snow-covered hills, for the landslide bringing down. If you see my affliction in the snow-covered hills, the landslide bringing down. Oh, well, the landslide will bring it down. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you guys so much. That was beautiful. There's so much talent in this area. You know, it's great performers. And that's the wonderful thing about having the stage here and stage downstairs as well. So I hope you guys will make full use of this place, anyone who's not already doing so. So, yeah, I just want to ask if there's anybody else who would like to say anything, and please come on up. Okay. Okay.
Well, I'm honored to be here today. I'm Jason's brother. I was the youngest brother till he came along. But I'm thankful for our family. We've got a wonderful family, and our family's spread all over the place. And so we don't get to be around. This is my first trip. I didn't know till Jason and India moved here that there was a Paw Paw, Michigan. But I love this area and enjoyed coming into this area. I enjoyed today for a couple of reasons. I love when people share their perspective on somebody, and you see through somebody else's lens who somebody was. And so thank you for sharing that. One of the things I've noticed today is her desire in life. There's a question in the book of James that says, what is your life? We've heard a lot about what her life is today. What a question. What is your life? When I've watched today through your lens, it was love. It was expression. Be yourself. I heard all these things today, and that's great. Apparently, her passion was music, too. My passion is the Scriptures. I get to go and find a lot of comfort in the Scriptures. What is your life? Paul answered that question. He said, for me to live is Christ. And then I find another passage where Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And I think that's wonderful that we can view life through the lens of other people and see their passion. And as we look through, there's another scripture that says this, boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. We do not know what the next phone call brings. I got the text from Jason. I believe it was 11:48 that I got a text from him. And I just couldn't believe it. I actually sat up on the side of the bed and I looked and I thought, that doesn't say what I think it says, does it? And immediately our family, you know, when we all got the news, you could see the family rallying around. I want to say thank you on behalf of the family that you have a community here that obviously cares about you. And much of that is because of how you reached into this community with your family. Not just you, but you and India and your children. So what a wonderful way to celebrate today as we look through other people's lenses. But if I can just leave you with one thing, and that is, when I come to a service, I always ask, if you don't know, I'm a preacher. I pastor a church in Georgia. The Apostle Paul, when he said, finally, my brethren, would write a whole nother chapter. I'm not going to do that today. But I will say this. I like to look at it from this perspective. If I could interview India today, what would she say? And I'm convinced she would refer to something like, look to the God of all comfort. There's a scripture that says that he is the God of all comfort. So when you're looking into your music and you're looking into your passion, you're looking into your life, don't forget to look for comfort in the right place. Look to God. Jason, we love you. Proud to be your brother.
Thank you so much.
Hi, this is really scary being up here, but I'm Lily. I worked here. Sorry. When
you got this.
Sorry. When she hired me,
Just take a deep breath.
she was probably one of the most beautiful humans ever. Sorry, guys. I did not think I was going to cry up here. She was beautiful. When she hired me, I just remember her, my interview was her working. So she basically was just working the whole time, and a random person just walked in, and she introduced me to them, and she said, "This is Lily, she's gonna work here." And I just remember thinking, like, I got the job, you know? I think I started working here in January, so, and then I left for college, but she was just such a bright light, and she always tried to teach me how to make coffee, and I was horrible at making coffee. I was mainly on the food. But yeah, I just wanted to stand up here because she was just so unique and different, as well as her mother. So beautiful. So yeah.
Oh.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, I think really is. Thank you. First we'll go down there. Oh. Cherie.
Hello, can you all hear me? Yes. I am Cherie. My name is Cherie.
If I can just raise that a little bit.
And my daughter Tessa is India's best friend. And I met India when she was 3, when the girls were screaming at the turkeys. 2? Oh, they were 2. Okay. They were 2. They were 2, yeah. And she, indeed, like we all know, is somebody with such a bright light and so much love and such a presence. I too experienced the kind of abuse that she did as a child, and I know how hard that is, but especially for somebody like India, who is just so precious. And I'm speaking about her in the present tense because her soul, in my belief, lives on for eternity, and I'm honoring her and honoring that. And I just wanted to also say, yes, when we're doing something like one of the gentlemen said, I can't remember which one, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit emotional. What would India do, you know? And what would she say? I also want us to consider what she didn't say. Everybody has said how beautiful she is, what a bright light she is, how much love she emitted, and how much she lifted people to be the best that they could be. But what she didn't say is also important to consider. And I encourage everybody to say what is difficult to say, because it could make a difference in somebody's life and really help transform all of us and all of our lives, you know, to take that chance and to express ourselves. So I just wanted to say that, and also thank everybody who's put this together for India. And Jason, thank you. And please keep coming here and doing what you guys are doing. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, looks like we got somebody. Oh, Kathy, there you go.
Hi. Last winter, there was a big snowstorm, and the snow was coming down really thick, and Jeff and I were scheduled to come here for a wine tasting, and he kind of wondered, well, is anybody going to be there? Should we go? And we came, and I think there were like 4 of us. It was my husband, Jeff, and India, and somebody else that was working. And that was about it, other than the wine distributor, who was a lot of fun. And it just seemed so family, and it was just this really small group, and the snow kept falling. And probably an hour and a half later, 4 people came through, walking through the door, that had walked over. They couldn't drive. And they were covered with snow, and I'd never met them. I don't think any of us had ever met them. It was just a beautiful experience. You know, all of us talking together, the snowstorm's outside, and we're drinking lots of wine. And I'll always remember that. It was about 2 years before that, or whenever, a couple of years ago, my neighbor, Bill Hawley, said, you gotta meet this couple, Jason and India, you gotta meet them. And I'm kind of a traveler and busy in a lot of ways kind of person, and I put it off. And finally, when I came over, I saw what Bill had meant, how wonderful this place was, a place that we all really have been waiting for years. I've lived here 45 years. I've done many things in this building, but the light and love that India and Jason have brought to this place, I feel bad, because I loved India, and she always treated me, some people treat you like you're an older woman. She was a lot younger, but she treated me like a friend. And I've learned a lot from this. When you meet somebody, that you love and you know is special, reach out to them. Don't think, oh, well, they're too busy for me because they have this busy life. And I regret that now. I mean, I was pretty devastated when I heard about her. I wanted to add a couple more things. One thing about India that I noticed right away, that she was very respectful and accepting of the other by who she hired, just by who she was, the love, you know? And in small towns sometimes, that's not what happens, you know? We're not always accepting of the other, no matter what that other may be. I'm hoping that the love that India and Jason have brought to this community continues. And as a businesswoman, I wanted to say this too. As a businesswoman, how smart. You know, Christine told me the other night that India had hired these beautiful young people. I was talking about how great they were. Karaoke 2 nights ago was these beautiful young people that she hired from the theater department. How smart, you know? How smart she was to hire these wonderful local kids who would bring in their other friends. And, you know, even with their broken hearts the other night, they put on a show, all of them singing songs from Hamilton and just fun songs, you know, and 2 5-year-olds up there with their mommy singing, and my other next door neighbor singing Jingle Bells with her husband on the stage. You know, I would never have thought this last Monday night that I thought that light would be gone forever, you know, but that light was in here. So I encourage all of you to remember Jason and the family, and what's going to keep the light here is us to keep coming. So, and I guess I'd say, it's not, just whenever you feel like maybe you can't connect with a person, you know, but you'd like to more, just do it.
Thank you so much.
You can help me down.
Yes.
I'm wonderful.
Yes, I heard. All right. Okay.
So I wanted to tell one more story. I was going to make notes about what I wanted to say because I knew I was going to forget everything as soon as I got up here. But it's been a busy week, and that hasn't happened, and then I felt like I don't need no stinking notes. But I did want to say one story that I wanted to share with you. And I think maybe, is Jason here? Because this might be a new menu item. So when India was about, God, Tessa, what, 5, when you and her, Cherie and I were single moms together, and when the girls met when they were 2, it was at a harvest festival, and it was on a farm, and there was turkeys there, and when she says they met screaming at the turkeys, they were literally, the turkeys, I don't know if you heard turkeys before, but they have that really funny, it's more than a gobble, and the turkeys were gobbling, and the girls would just scream, and then the turkeys would gobble, and the girls would scream, and it was like this back and forth, they were communicating, and Cherie and I were like, yep, we're family, we're supposed to be together. And so maybe when they were 4 or 5, they dyed their hair bright fuchsia. It was this beautiful, gorgeous fuchsia. And I knew that Cherie would be totally fine with it. I don't even know if I asked you, but I knew you'd be good with it. And of course, then they were like the trendsetters in their school, and all the moms were coming to me going, oh my God, why did you do that? Now my kid wants to dye her hair fuchsia. I'm like, let them. The dye washes off in 3 washes, let them dye their hair. From the get-go, India had just this sense of identity through her appearance. But it was also hard being a single mom. You know, I was on my own. I had a village, and they were there, but it was us living alone together, and it was hard. And when she was about 5, she had a very strong, Junie is just like India. They are doppelgangers, which is really great because, you know, I got my girl still. But she was about 5, and quickly trying to get her out the door to school, and I'm trying to get to work, and I'm like, oh, honey, what do you want for breakfast? And you want some eggs? No. You want some oatmeal? No. You want some cereal? It was this on and on and on. I'm getting more and more exasperated. And finally I go, oh, what do you want, some toast on a stick? And she goes, yes. So I got a chopstick out, and I weaved it through the toast, and I made toast on a stick, and there was a picture on the slide. I don't know if the slideshow made it up there, but India with bright fuchsia hair eating toast on a stick. So I think maybe figuring out toast on a stick for a new menu item, right? Yeah. So I just wanted to share that.
Thank you, sweetie. Okay, looks like we're going to have some more music.
Hi, I'm Jacob, Jason's cousin. Our moms are sisters. I drove like a long time to get here, and I was listening to a lot of songs, trying to figure out what to let a songwriter say that I probably am not good at saying. So this was the one I settled on. It's a Maya Devitri song. I think it speaks for itself. I probably wouldn't know about Maya if it wasn't for Jason anyway. Cold calling her on Instagram, asking her if she wanted to play here, and now I listen to her probably more than anybody else on Spotify. I don't know. Okay. For a little while longer, I just might need to be like this. We're going anywhere, feels like walking on a wire in the wind. It's hard to leave any story when it's over without dying to hear it again. If only we could find the door to meet outside the past. Would I believe my heart when she promises to last? Beating out beyond me on the sand. Fish out of water in your hand. Give it an hour, give it a day, give it a summer, I'll give it a year. There's something about living without, there's just no way around real time and real tears. So I give my pain a window now, give my pain a door. I'd give anything to know if she's ever been anywhere like this before. Yes, I give her sunlight and water. When she asks, I always give her more. Give it an hour, give it a day, give it a summer, oh, give it a year. There's something about living without, there's just no way around it. Real Love you, Jay.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you so much. All right. So we're getting ready to wind up here. And just a couple of things that I wanted to just talk about. A year ago or so, I was standing on this stage giving a presentation. And I made my corny joke about having discovered how wonderful the people here are, that I went from going, oh my God, Paw Paw, I never heard of it, thinking Kalamazoo is a made-up name, and God, where are these people going? You know, can't you live in LA again, or back to New York? I really like that, realizing, of course, it's not about me. And it just was blown away by this community and the warmth and the love and the kindness. That's why where I promised I would never again poo-poo Paw Paw. And you know, it's after someone passes like this, there's a lot of activity, there's a lot of focus on getting through these first few days and weeks. And you know, often after that, the bereaved are left kind of alone, you know. And what I think is wonderful is that we know that Jason and the children are going to be massively supported. A lot of people have said to us already, they recognize that it's now, and after all this settles down, is where they're going to need the help the most. And you know, at some point, we're going to be here for months, but at some point we'll have to return to our life back on the West Coast. And we're planning now to make this kind of second home, come here every 6 weeks or whatever it takes. But it's extremely encouraging to know that our beloved family are going to be taken care of by the people in this community. So thank you, everybody. And I wanted to share something else as well, that, you know, when we go through something like this, we want to look for some kind of light in the darkness. And Christine always describes this as she's my partner in business and a partner in life. And so we work together. And we're releasing a course. We've been working on this very personal thing to me, been working on this for well over a year, and we're releasing it in February. It's to help people overcome narcissistic abuse. On Monday, when we shook hands on this, we said we're going to devote our lives to helping people who suffer from all kinds of abuse. And we don't know what exactly it looks like yet. We'll certainly let you know. And I mentioned earlier that Christine is just the most amazing person. And after having that conversation, I think it was Wednesday, that turned out a young woman was planning to take her own life. And Christine stepped in and turned things around. So much so that this person it's flipped like 180 degrees. She's going to get help. Not only that, she wants to work with us. She wants to come and help us with whatever it is we create. So I think that's really, you know, it. I just want to thank everyone for being here. I wanted also actually to share that the very last words that I shared with India were the same words that we spoke when we first met. And you know, somebody touched on this before. We never know how long we've got. When might be the last time we see somebody? And I think we all need to be more open about expressing the love for our friends and our families. And don't be afraid to do so. Say, I love you. And say, I love you often. And say it with intention. And I think that's really everything I have to share here. So, is there anything you want to? Yeah.
One more speaker.
Great. Okay. Oh, we do. I was. Okay, so.
And
Oh,
share a little bit, and then we'll have 2 songs to close. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, sorry to wrap it up so prematurely.
Hi guys, I'm Colin. I started working here last December, and it's such a great place here. And just being on stage, I feel like I should practice some stuff I learned in like speech class or something. Whatever. I have to make myself laugh so I don't break down. But being on stage reminds me that my first time really ever on stage, besides like band concerts or choir concerts at school, my first time performing solo was on this stage. And it's because I got the chance, because of India and the amazing people here. It was at Jackson's talent show. I missed the first one because of tennis, but I got to come play the second one. And I played a song that still does have a very special place in my heart. It helped me get through a rough time in my life, and I performed it here, and it was amazing. I mean, having people here to share my art with was amazing. And my first time performing, it was kind of like my warm-up for being in the musical for the school, and I came here and did the show with Jackson, and anyway, it was just great to be on stage here and have the opportunity because of this amazing place. And not only was it the first time I was on stage, but also I'm just thinking now of the first day I came in here. It was the day after my, I think it was my high school formal. I was up until like probably 1 in the morning, and my parents were home and they said, hey, we got you an interview tomorrow at 9 a.m. So sure enough, I showed up and I walked in, and I mean, I just saw India, and it was just immediately just so welcoming and so warm and everything. And she does this thing, if she ever does something like just slightly embarrassing or awkward or something, she'll just kind of look up and smile at me and then say what she needs to say. The first day I was here, she made a mistake making a drink for someone. She made the wrong kind of latte. She was like, do you want a latte? And then just the other day, it was when I was working with her the other day, it was the same thing. She was pouring a glass of wine with Dev to try out the new wine that she got, and I am under 21, so India was pouring her glasses, and sure enough, she looked at me, you can smell it. But it was just such a small thing that I noticed that was just hilarious to me. Anyway, it's just so lovely to be here and feel loved by all of my coworkers and Jason and India, and just everyone here is so welcoming, and it's just such a good spot, and it means so much to have you all out here. It's really nice to be speaking in her honor, just to say whatever I can come up with to just attempt to sum up my experience with her and just how much she meant to me. Yeah, thank you.
It's a well-oiled machine here. Hi, I'm Tom McCoy, and happy to be here to perform. When I got an email from Jason asking if any musicians wanted to perform at this celebration, I said yes, and then I was immediately overcome with the thought that what am I going to do? So anyway, I came up with a song, and I ran into a few of my musical friends here, my open mic friends, who we do an open mic here at the Lucky Wolf on the second and fourth Thursdays of each and every month, and I asked them if they'd join me on stage, and my hope is that we can get the entire audience here to sing along with this song, if you know it. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Mountain, Shenandoah River.
Thank you. Good job coming along. Thank you very much. Thanks, Jason.
Wow. It's amazing to see everybody come up. Sorry. In the spotlight. Awesome. And hear all these beautiful stories. You know, India and I are blood sisters, brought together by beautiful women in this world. Christine and my mother kept us together, and I didn't actually meet India until I was about 7 years old. Thankful for Christine. And, you know, I wasn't gonna come up here and talk today because our lives were so separated. But as I went through messages over the past few days from India and I, few and far between, the one thing that I recognized was it was always, let's set up that FaceTime call for this weekend so we can get our families together and talk and really get to know each other again. India, ironically enough, saved my life when I was 22 years old and I lost the love of my life and the father of my children. She came into my life, and I could have told you then when she was 16, she came to stay with me for a brief period of time, and at the time I had a 2-year-old and a 10-month-old. And in the time that India stayed with me, she was the mother to my children because I was absent, I was gone. And she saved me then when I didn't want to be here. Fast forward, because that's a sad memory and that's not what this is about. 4 years later, we drove to Palm Springs. No, I'm sorry. It was 6 years later, we drove to Palm Springs, California to witness Jason and India's marriage. And I'll never forget leaving there that day and my 6-year-old dancing with her at the wedding. 3 days straight, all he could talk about was the beautiful woman that he danced with. And I have pictures, and it's so sweet, but that truly is what India was, and still is, a beautiful woman. I'm thankful, Angley and Jason, both of you. I regret not being around and more present, but what I do know from the small talks that we have had is she was blessed to have had both of you in your lives to show her what real, true love looks like from men. And, you know, she'll always be here, and I'm thankful for you guys. And Christine, thank you for allowing me to be a part of India's life.
I'm Brian McClure. I have the honor of being one of the performers here at the Lucky Wolf, and at one of my performances, India really loved this song, and I thought it'd be appropriate to play for you all today. It's called Time to Say Goodbye. So, the day of emotions. So Jason thought this would be a good idea to get everybody together on a good high note, good energetic and happy note, get the crowd involved. I play Celtic music here. This is an Irish song. I'm going to adapt the words a little bit to fit the situation, but this is audience participation song. So whenever I say, we thought her the queen of the land, you say, and she was! All right? All right, let's give it a try. We thought her the queen of the land, and she was! All right. Let's see. In a neat little town they call Pawpaw, apprentice to trade I was bound, and an easy hours of sweet happiness I spent in that neat little town. Till sad misfortune came over me that caused me to stray from the land, far away from your friends and relations, and that girl with the black velvet band. Oh, her eyes shone like the diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land, as she was, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. I took a stroll with this pretty fair maid, and a gentleman passing us by. Well, I knew she meant the of me, a look in her roguish black eye. A gold watch she took from his pocket and placed it right into my hand. And the very first thing that I thought of was battle up to the black velvet band. Oh, her eyes shone like the diamonds. We thought her the queen of the land, as she was, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Before a judge and a jury, next morning I had to appear. Oh, the judge, he says to me, young man, your case is proven quite clear. We'll give you 10 years penal servitude to be spent far away from the land, far away from your friends and relations, and the girl with the black velvet band. Oh, her eyes shone like the diamonds. We thought her the queen of the land, as she was, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. So come on, you young jolly fellows, a warning to take by me. For when you're out of the town, me lads, beware of them pretty hounds. For they'll feed you whiskey and Guinness until you're unable to stand. And the very first thing that you know, me lads, you've landed in Van Diemen's Land. Well, her eyes shone like the diamonds. We thought her the queen of the land, as she was, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. One more time. Well, her eyes shone like the diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land, as she was, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band.
Like being at a Pogues concert. All right, well, thank you everyone for coming. I know some people have come a very long way today, and so much appreciated. That's it. Just to let you know that we're going to have food. We're going in the back here. I presume we can open the curtain or some way of getting in there. So don't just run off. And of course, just remember that there's coffees, cocktails, wine, and so on downstairs. So just again, thank you, everyone, and I love you.